it's my pleasure to introduce our mayor, Clint Hoopaugh. Clint was first elected to the Apple Valley City Council in 2010. He became mayor in January of 2021 and was elected to a 4-year term in 2022. He's been active in Apple Valley since 1999, and he moved to Apple Valley from Eagan in 2005. Good move, Mayor. The mayor represents Apple Valley on the Minnesota Valley Transit Authority Board, including as a past chair. He also represents Apple Valley's interests through involvement with the League of Minnesota Cities, the Municipal Legislative Commission, the Suburban Transit Association, and on Metro Cities, where he currently serves on the board of directors. The mayor is also a 20-plus year member of the Apple Valley Rotary Club. In addition to representing the people of Apple Valley, the mayor has a 26-year career in the financial services industry and currently works at Wings Financial as the VP of Credit. Please help me welcome our mayor, Clint Hoopaugh.
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to this year's State of the City celebration. Before I dive in, it just occurs to me that this is the only way Bogarts would ever let me on stage in here, is if I'm speaking. Spent a lot of years standing on that side of the stage. It's kind of fun to be on this side. We're excited to be here and excited to share some of our goals and accomplishments with you today. Before we jump in, though, I can't do that without thanking the rest of our city council members for their hard work and their dedication to Apple Valley. Tom Goodwin, Ruth Grendall, John Bergman, and Tom Melander. Thank you all for sitting together so I could find you as well. We've got a lot of valuable partners that I would like to thank as well, because we truly can't do this without others and do what we do. So for being our valued partners, I would like to thank, first of all, the Chamber of Commerce, who also runs our Convention and Visitors Bureau. School District 196, who serves Apple Valley, Eagan, Rosemont, and parts of Burnsville. Dakota County, and I believe, and I know we do because I've said hello to her, we have our Commissioner Mary Heyman Rowland here. Welcome, Mary. Good to see you in the room. I'd like to also thank our representatives in St. Paul. They've had a super busy year. They're not able to be here with us today, but we truly can't do that without them and their collaboration. And finally, our representatives in Washington, D.C. We're blessed to have a good relationship with them as well, despite how busy they are. And I would like to thank especially Corey Weston for joining us today from Congresswoman Angie Craig's office. As I mentioned, the relationship we have with these folks allows us to represent the citizens better and allows us to do all the work that we do as well. So thank you all for your partnership. Before I jump to the next slide, I would also like to welcome and thank my wife Jessica for joining us today here in the front row. We have a lot to share today, a lot of exciting updates. I can't possibly fit them all in here, but we'll hit a few highlights on a few recent accomplishments and some things that we're looking forward to in the coming year. You have all these presentations prepared, and then something really new and cool shows up, and we go back to the drawing board and we have to get them in the presentation. The Minnesota Real Estate Journal hosts an annual award ceremony to recognize exceptional commercial real estate projects and communities in over 30 categories. During this year's ceremony, we were honored to be received the City of the Year Award. We have the trophy right up here. We were selected as a result of several milestone accomplishments, including being the site of multiple key development projects, achieving Green Globe status on all of our new and updated city buildings, holding 2 AAA bond ratings, and hosting engaging community events throughout the years, and many more items in that award. The reason we can do that, and the driving force behind those accomplishments and us receiving the award, is truly our city staff. They dedicate themselves to making Apple Valley the city it is today. I get up here and do things like accept an award, make a speech, and then they do all the hard work behind the scenes to make it come together. So thank you. And I'd also like to thank our City Administrator, Tom Lowell. Your leadership has helped us win this award, but it's also been a big part of the consistency and the great city that we've had. So Tom, thank you for all you do for us as well. As I mentioned, we hold a variety of celebrations each year to bring people together and help us celebrate all of our seasons. In February, we held our second kind of re-envisioned Midwinter Fest, which is an annual winter celebration. We had food, fun, activities for all ages, food trucks. But now that the weather's warming up, right, our residents and staff are excited about what else we have coming up this summer. We'll start with kicking off summer in the Apple Valley Arts Foundation's annual Music in the Park Summer Concerts. This series has live music from a variety of artists, food trucks, and a great chance for our community to get together. Thank you to the Apple Valley Arts Foundation for organizing the event and bringing us these great acts during the summer. As you can see from this photo, people look forward to this. This is probably the least crowded. I saw that park all summer last year. So we look forward to another fun summer. These free concerts run June 16th through August 11th, excuse me. On the screen, you can see the lineup that is planned. For more information, you can visit the website at avartsfoundation.org. We look forward to another fun summer concert series, and thanks again to the Apple Valley Arts Foundation. Coming up July, we look forward to hosting this year's Freedom Days events again and the 4th of July parade to celebrate our Independence Day. Again, we'll have lots of food, fun, and of course, fireworks, one of the best fireworks shows in the metro. Lots of fun events planned, including Casting with the Cops, where kids can fish with our own Apple Valley police officers, a car show, family fun night, and more. For more information on this one, you can visit applevalleyfreedomdays.com or avfreedomdays.com, excuse me. An event should be posted in the coming weeks. The Chamber of Commerce does a great job of representing our business community, but they're also part of the fabric of fun community events that we get to talk about. They host a number of those events each year, including the Home and Garden Show, which is well attended and look forward to every year. And this year on September 7th at Valleywood, they'll host their annual golf tournament as well. So again, thank you to the Chamber for also adding to the fun events in our community. For registration information, check out the Chamber's website, is what Ed said to say. So check out the Chamber's website. We're also blessed to have the zoo in our community, and the zoo is hosting a number of events this summer as well, including their popular Farm Babies exhibit. And I think this is their second year hosting Wild Nights, which is a series of concerts and fun events throughout the summer. You can see the zoo's website for all the details on those. And these are just a few of the things that are planned. For the full calendar, please check out our website, check out our social media, and you'll be able to see everything we have planned. But please bring your friends as well. There's a lot of fun going on this summer in Apple Valley. And why will summer be fun? Because we have this winter. I think most of us knew what we were getting when we signed up to live in the Midwest. But however, I can't be the only one in the room who considered what real estate in Florida might be looking like this winter too. We had a number of record-setting snowfall amounts and events, one of the snowiest winters in Minnesota history. The totals on your screen are from our severe blizzard in late February. We had over 20 inches in that snowstorm. We had several events that were like that. That one was so severe, in fact, for the first time ever, we closed City Hall to public traffic and let our staff stay home and our residents stay home so they would be safe. I want to thank all of our hardworking, wonderful city snow removal crew. I don't think we can say it enough. Probably the hardest winter I can possibly imagine for that job. They were out. I got the text message when they rolled out at 3:30, 4 o'clock most mornings, right, saying they were dispatched and headed out, and they were off and out till dusk, and then starting the next day for the cleanup. So thank you to all of our staff who helped keep our streets cleaned, our roadways open so we could get where we needed to. Please give them a round of applause. The motto for our municipal liquor stores is giving back to our community, and that's exactly what we do. In Apple Valley, we have 3 municipal liquor stores, and in addition to the great customer service and quality products, their profits are allocated to go back and support Apple Valley's Park and Recreation, police, and fire departments. They use those profits to purchase necessary gear and hold community events. In doing so, the liquor stores allow us to deliver a higher level of service to our community while also not increasing the tax burden to our residents. So our liquor stores are an important part of what we do. In 2022, Apple Valley Liquor allocated $850,000, which funded 5 police cars, a fire department truck, park and recreation activities, and more. If you've ever made a purchase at one of our liquor stores, thank you for giving back to our community. The zoo has been working on an exciting new, unique feature called the Treetop Trail, which is an elevated walking path that follows the zoo's old monorail track. Visitors will be able to walk the path year-round and immerse themselves in nature while getting a new bird's-eye view of the animal exhibits. According to the zoo, once this is complete, it will be the world's longest elevated pedestrian loop, and it will be right here in Apple Valley. The grand opening for the Treetop Trail is set for July 28th. If you've been looking for an excuse to renew your zoo membership or just get back out to the zoo, this is it. Please mark your calendars and help us celebrate with them when they're ready to open. Next, I'd like to honor our Fire Chief, Chuck Russell. I think Chuck is maybe intentionally not here today because he thought he wouldn't have to listen to us recognize him one more time. But I'd like to thank Chuck for his dedicated years of service to the city. After 40 years of service to the Apple Valley Fire Department, keep in mind we're only about 53 years old as a city, Chuck will be retiring as Fire Chief on May 9th. We all greatly appreciate Chuck's leadership and what Chuck has contributed to our department. But don't fret, we'll still get to see Chuck around. It's in his blood. He will still be responding to fire calls out of Station 1 after his retirement as chief. So we look forward to still seeing Chuck around. I'd also like to congratulate our Deputy Fire Chief, Matt Nelson, who's been selected to become our new Fire Chief. I don't believe Matt was able to be here today, but as you see Matt, please congratulate him and welcome him. We're lucky to have Matt, and we know he'll do a fantastic job in his new role. Next, I'd like to introduce Tim Benetti. Tim is our new Community Development Director, and he brings with him many years of experience as a Community Development Director. He was recently in the city of Mendota Heights for over 5 years. Prior to that, he served in several other communities, including Brooklyn Center, Vanadis Heights, Medina, Mason City, and Shakopee. Tim began his career with Apple Valley just this past January, but he's already become an integral part of our team and hit the ground running with all of our new development work. We look forward to Tim's contribution and welcome him to Apple Valley. We've prepared a few videos with some of our departments so you can hear from them directly what they've been working on and they can share some of their own accomplishments. First up, we have our public safety highlight featuring our police and fire departments.
The Apple Valley Police Department is dedicated to protecting our community and improving quality of life through service, education, and enforcement. Here's an overview of what's happening in 2023. The law enforcement profession has seen significant turnover, which includes officers leaving the profession as well as retirements. Our department alone saw 7 retirements in the past year. Those 7 staff members left with over 159 years of police experience. Recruiting and training the next generation of law enforcement professionals is one of the primary goals for our department in 2023. While the overall number of police applications is relatively small, we have found great individuals to fill these vacancies, and we are in a constant hiring and training process. Approximately 70% of our patrol division has less than 5 years of service with our department. In order to gain the skills and confidence to respond effectively to very challenging and dangerous situations, training is a key component to our success. In 2022, our department members committed over 4,800 hours of their time to training. This year, our department will conduct routine, full-day training sessions to continue building our skills. Our training will include lessons in firearms, use of force, de-escalation, implicit bias, communication skill building, and officer wellness. We invest in what we value and will continue investing in training our staff to a standard well above what is required. Our department is proud of the transparency and relationships we have with the community. Much of this is built through our public engagement opportunities. Events like Casting with the Cops, Shop with a Cop, Teen Academy, Citizens Academy, tours, talks, or ride-alongs are just a few ways we want the community to get to know us better. Night to Unite is a highlight every year, which allows us to come out to neighborhoods and learn about community members' needs. Members of the Apple Valley Police Department are proud to serve our community. Every day we start our shifts knowing we can positively impact our community through service, education, and enforcement. While some might think that public relations with law enforcement is strained, we have great understanding and support from this community. Apple Valley residents deserve and expect exceptional service from their police department, and we strive to deliver that every day.
The Apple Valley Fire Department has 70 paid-on-call firefighters that were recruited from the neighborhoods around each of our 3 fire stations. Every April, we accept applications for new members. Since the firefighters usually respond from their home when there is a call, all members must live within 4 minutes of the fire station. In 2022, we responded to over 2,300 calls for service, including 98 fires, 1,600 medicals, and 266 false alarms. Have you seen the construction crews at our fire stations? We started the health and safety improvements at stations 1 and 3, and soon we'll begin taking down part of station 2 to make room for its replacement. These improvements will help keep our community of firefighters healthy and ready to respond. To follow along with the fire station project updates, visit applevalley.mn.gov/fire. We made another change for our firefighters' health and safety by updating their helmets. These new helmets have removable liners that make them easier to clean after a fire. Clean protective gear reduces a firefighter's exposure to the harmful byproducts they encounter at work. These projects and improvements are just a few of the things we're doing to put ourselves in a better position to continue proudly serving the City of Apple Valley.
Both our police and fire departments continue to play a vital role in our community. While part of their job is responding to emergency situations, another big part, as you saw, is outreach and education. Our officers and firefighters take every opportunity they can to connect with residents, answer questions. We are truly lucky to have such dedicated folks serving our community in the many ways they do. And as you heard everyone mention, both our police and fire departments are accepting applications for officers and firefighters. If you know anyone who would be interested, please have them visit the city's website and apply. Next up, we'll have some highlights from our Community Development Department.
As the city's new Community Development Director, I'm seeing firsthand how Apple Valley truly is a great place to live, work, and play, and how at its core are the residents and businesses who make Apple Valley such an outstanding community. Our population is steadily growing, and we're making sure our city continues to meet the needs of residents and businesses alike. Our amazing team is responsible for a wide variety of services, from enforcing the city code to planning and zoning. Whatever the task, we're committed to working together for the continued and successful growth, improvement, and development of this community. I'm excited to present a snapshot of accomplishments our department helped facilitate. This past year was a steady, thriving year of commercial, residential, office, and industrial development, with over $190 million worth of building improvements issued in 2022. Despite the residual effects of the global pandemic, the city experienced an impressive year of new development in 2022, with a number of these projects still underway or nearing completion. Here's the scoop on what's happening on the development side of Apple Valley. Orchard Place is a mixed-use business campus consisting of over 400 acres. Although a large portion of the site is currently operated as an active sand and gravel mining facility by AVR Inc., there are some areas that are being reestablished and reclaimed for development opportunities. Near the area of 155th Street and Pilot Knob Road, the first major development is the new Lunds & Byerly's grocery store, which includes a cafe with not one, but 2 outdoor patio areas. Near the southwest corner of the site is the ongoing construction of the new Schuler Shoes. Located just south of the store are the now completed multi-tenant buildings, which include Newt's Restaurants, Sweet Treasures Bakery, Crisp and Green, Punch Pizza, Lumi Nails, Sports Clips, and Starbucks, along with the city's second Chipotle restaurant. You'll also find a newly opened and operating Mr. Car Wash and Texas Roadhouse restaurant nearby. Panning to the north of 155th Street is the ongoing construction of English Avenue. This roadway extension will provide access to 2 businesses located along the east side of this roadway, including a new Health Partners Medical Office and Clinic Center and Chafin Veterinary Clinic. Across Pilot Knob is the general area known as Cobblestone Lake Development, which will now include its newest development by Obsidian Group of a multi-tenant building located at 15748 Emperor Avenue. On the corner of Galaxy and 152nd Street, we have the new Hispanic-themed market and restaurant building to to be known as Hamshock and Bodega 42. This highly anticipated development will bring even more variety to our array of dining and grocery options available in Apple Valley, and will also include an outdoor patio area across from Kelly Park. To the south, near the ever-popular Tavern Grill, you'd find the new two-story My Salon Suites located along 153rd Street. Nearby, and just to the northwest of this site, is the construction of the new Apple Valley Lincoln Auto dealership on the former Apple Valley Auto Mall properties. Farther to the south is a massive 80,000 square foot Floor and Decor home improvement store, which is under construction and will replace the former AMC theaters, a great redevelopment of a site along the Cedar Avenue corridor. We continue our commitment to working with the new owners of Times Square Mall and their plans for improving the exterior facade and features of this site. We also welcome an exciting new athletic and entertainment facility to Times Square known as X Golf, which features year-round indoor golf simulators, virtual golf courses, and a full-service food and liquor service. We are also proud to announce the addition of 2 new industrial developments to the community, including the new 113,000 square foot Johnny Cake Business Center by Opus Group along 147th Street, adjacent to Abdallah Candies. In addition, just south of Abdallah, a new 117,000 square foot office warehouse facility built by Scannell for Frito-Lay is taking shape and will soon be open. These developments are intended to bring jobs to the city and fill some of the last remaining industrial zone lots in the community. New housing projects planned, approved, or currently under construction include Eagle Point, which is a redevelopment of the former Apple Valley Golf Course at 140th Street and Garden View Drive, which will provide 27 single-family villas and 49 attached townhomes. Lakeside of Diamond Path, located at the northeast side of Farquhar Lake, will consist of 5 new single-family residential lots. Orchard Place 3rd Edition, near 157th Street and Johnny Cake Ridge Road, will complete the remaining 56 units of townhome units from the original planned 101-unit development by Pulte Homes. Orchard Path Continuum of Care facility, located on the west end of Cobblestone Lake and owned by Presbyterian Homes, intends to complete the last 60 independent living units to their campus. Applewood Point Senior Cooperative and Townhomes, located at 12444 Pilot Knob Road, will include a 98-unit senior co-op building and up to 7 new townhomes. And finally, the Riser of Apple Valley, located in the Central Village near the post office, is now complete and consists of a very beautiful 4-story, 160-unit apartment building and 12 townhome units for active seniors 55+. The city is also happy to welcome the new Eagle Brook Church, located at 14960 Florence Trail, which recently completed the renovation and remodeling of the easterly section of the former Menard store. We are pleased to announce that if you fixed or improved your home in 2022, spending more than $20,000 based on building permit valuation, you are one of the 850 homes that may have repaired, expanded, or invested a total of almost $28 million for said improvements. And the city would like to acknowledge and applaud those residents and contractors who helped make those improvements possible, added tangible value to the tax base, and made a difference in sustaining and strengthening our neighborhoods. Well done, Apple Valley residents. On behalf of the entire community development staff, I want to personally acknowledge and recognize the mayor and city council, the planning commission, other city advisory committee members, and city staff in helping review and approve many of these new developments and projects. We especially wish to recognize and acknowledge the commitment, both personally and financially, of all the property owners, business leaders, new business owners and tenants, developers, lenders, contractors, and residents that played a significant part in making these improvements. Let us continue to make Apple Valley a great place to live, work, and play, not only for 2023, but for future years and generations to come.
Our goal has always been to make Apple Valley a community for a lifetime, a place where residents can continue to live, work, and play for years and years to come. We're fortunate to have many private projects making investments in our city, bringing some of the welcome growth and job opportunities you just saw. We pride ourselves in taking every opportunity we can to strengthen, improve, and redevelop to continue exceeding the needs of Apple Valley. I'd like to take just a moment to thank all of our Apple Valley businesses for their partnership and contribution to the city. Whether you're new here and just starting out, or you've been with us for many years, we appreciate you, and our residents appreciate all you do to make Apple Valley what it is. Let's hear a little bit from our Public Works Department next.
From the water you drink to the roads you drive on, the city's public works staff are hard at work every day to ensure our residents' daily quality of life. In addition, our staff are always busy planning, designing, and constructing various projects throughout the city to maintain, improve, and grow our infrastructure. Here's what we were up to in 2022. At our city-owned Lebanon Cemetery, Public Works staff worked on the design of a new columbarium area. As the number of cremation interments have continued to increase, the city's existing columbarium area is nearing capacity. This created the need for a new columbarium area where residents can pay their respects to loved ones. The new columbaria area will be on the south side of the memorial shelter that was completed in late 2021. The design includes sidewalks leading from the existing parking lot and memorial shelter to a new concrete pavement area planned for the installation of 4 future columbaria. The site paving and initial columbarium installation should be completed this summer. Another project that staff and the City Council have been busy working on is the planned improvements at the city's Central Maintenance Facility. The Central Maintenance Facility, or CMF as it's called, is a 50-plus-year-old campus and mix of buildings that houses all the city's public works and parks maintenance equipment. It is also the home base location for over 50 city employees, including public works and parks maintenance staff, natural resources staff, and public works administration staff. The City Council approved capital bonds in 2021 to fund the design and construction of a future project for CMF. The project includes a new vehicle maintenance building for mechanic staff working on equipment, a new garage addition on the south end of the existing garage, a small office addition on the west side of the main building, a small garage on the east side for the park's garbage truck, renovation of the existing building interior along with ADA accessibility and HVAC upgrades throughout. Residents can also look forward to the installation of the city's first organic drop-off site at CMF. Also, a right turn lane at the existing western driveway entrance will be constructed to improve access to the site and safety of traffic on 140th Street. It is planned for the project to be bid later this year with construction to start before winter. The city is also proud of our commitment to our community's natural resources. Since 2011, the city has actively participated in the Minnesota Green Steps program and has now earned their highest recognition as a Green Step 4 and 5 city. Throughout the year, we work to conserve energy in city facilities, reduce water consumption, improve stormwater quality in our lakes and ponds, and remove harmful invasive species. To protect our urban forest, we removed diseased trees and planted new trees for future generations to enjoy. Here in Minnesota, we all know there are 2 seasons, winter and construction. While it's safe to say no one enjoys the temporary traffic delays from road construction, it's a necessary part of maintaining our city's transportation system. The street network of Apple Valley is one of the most important parts of the city's overall infrastructure, and certainly one of the most visible. Last year, our Public Works staff completed numerous road upgrade projects, including in the neighborhood of Redwood Lane north of County Road 42, the final phase of a 3-year-long project in the Cimarron area, and along more major roadways west of Cedar, such as Pennock Avenue, 140th, and 145th Streets. All of these projects were completed while continuing the city's practice of not imposing special assessments to private properties along these roads. Following these improvement projects, Public Works staff work hard throughout the year to maintain the city's street and boulevard areas. We take pride in our work, which ensures that the city continues to look its best for years to come.
You heard me speak earlier about Apple Valley being a community for a lifetime, and a big part of that is our sustainability. It's why we strive to make sure as we update these city facilities, including our fire stations and the central maintenance facility that you just heard about, are all Green Globe certified. They join our list of other updated facilities to also receive this recognition. We also prioritize making sustainable improvements to our city, including repairing aging stormwater infrastructure and a new irrigation system planned for Valleywood. That irrigation system at Valleywood should see a water reduction of about 20% usage on our irrigation out there. We'll continue to include sustainability as a guiding factor as we plan for our future. Our drinking water has always met standards by the state, and we plan on keeping it that way. We'll be publishing our annual Consumer Water Quality Report this fall, where you can see all the data for yourself and learn about everything we do to keep water safe. Our next highlight is from our Parks and Rec Department.
Apple Valley's Parks and Recreation Department strives to provide residents with the best experience in our parks, on our trails, at our facilities, and in our programs. Today, I'm going to fill you in on some exciting news in our department. First, did you know that we have excellent employment opportunities in Parks and Recreation? Each year, we hire around 300 employees. Some positions are year-round, while others are seasonal. Our employees enjoy flexible hours, competitive pay, free training, a safe work environment, and great resume and skill building opportunities, some of which may turn into a lifelong career like it has for me. We have positions available for people as young as 16, in high school or college, and also have great jobs for adults and people who have already retired but are looking to stay active. Check out our website for additional information and give one of our positions a try. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised at how fun working for the Apple Valley Parks and Recreation Department can be. The last time the residents of Apple Valley made a significant investment in the park system was back in 2007 with the passing of a $14.4 million Parks Bond referendum. With the proceeds from the 2007 referendum, the city built the Apple Valley Senior Center, added the Lazy River at the Apple Valley Family Aquatic Center, built the Quarry Athletic Complex, and completed a handful of miscellaneous projects across the park system. After many years of significant growth, we've seen increased demands for parks and recreation amenities. Investing in our city's parks and recreation facilities will help us continue to attract new residents, protect property values, provide for existing residents, and draw visitors to our local businesses, which in turn helps support the local economy. During the pandemic, the city saw extraordinary use of our parks and trails. The high demand during this period reinforces the value of our parks amenities and the need for reinvestment and improvements across the entire system. When it comes to what improvements are needed, we decided to ask those who know best, our residents and park system users. Over the last year and a half, we have engaged in an extensive public input process, and residents have provided hundreds, if not thousands, of comments on how best to invest in our parks, trails, recreational facilities, and how to protect our natural resources. Through the input we have received, an extensive list of potential projects was developed for further consideration. This list included preserving our existing park system assets by replacing outdated playground equipment, resurfacing basketball and tennis courts, and paving trails, updating the park master plans for Kelly and Redwood Parks, investing in Hayes Indoor Ice Arena, the Apple Valley Community Center, and the Senior Center, enhancing the Apple Valley Family Aquatic Center, building a new youth baseball, softball complex and additional pickleball courts, and finally, protecting and enhancing our natural areas. Over the last several months, residents were provided with opportunities to learn about these potential projects and their property tax impacts through open houses or reviewing information on the city's website. This past March, the city hired the Morris Leatherman Company to administer a statistically accurate public opinion survey. The company contacted 400 randomly selected households across the community. Residents were asked to prioritize the list of projects and their associated tax impacts. The survey was designed to help city leaders determine, are Apple Valley residents supportive of a Parks Bond referendum? If yes, what projects are Apple Valley residents most interested in supporting and at what cost? The results indicated that residents are most likely to favor projects that improve our existing parks, add to our trail systems, enhance the Family Aquatic Center and Community Center, and protect our natural environment. During the next phase of our process, the Morris Leatherman Company will perform a second statistically accurate survey selecting 625 randomly selected households in June to confirm we have identified the most desirable projects and to determine what level of property tax increase might reasonably be supported to deliver these park improvement projects to the community in the 2024 through 2026 timeframe. If the results of the second survey showed continued support for the referendum, the Council will consider approval of the final steps in the process in late July, giving residents a chance to vote for a Parks Bond referendum on Tuesday, November 7th, 2023. From all of us here in Parks and Recreation, we invite you to come out and play, whether it's taking a walk in one of our trails, signing up for a yoga class at our senior center, or participating in one of your favorite sports leagues. We have something for everyone.
I'd like to acknowledge and thank everyone who took part in the survey that Eric mentioned. Collecting that feedback on the potential Park and Bond referendum, as well as those projects that will be part of the next round of surveys, is super important to us. Thank you for taking the time to do that. We truly value everyone's feedback, and the decisions we make will be based on that community input. That's why we've made sure to involve the community in every step of the way. Our Park and Rec Director, Eric, who is over here somewhere, there he is, has been regularly having a dialogue with the community, and I know residents have greatly appreciated that, and I've heard from many of them who have said that. If you have questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to Eric. He would love to hear that feedback. He was even brave enough to put his email address right in that slide. So I would also mention, as we transition to our goals for 23 and 24, I will throw one more plug in there for employment opportunities with Parks and Rec, because if we don't have enough lifeguards, Councilmember Goodwin's going to have to put on a suit and jump in a chair, and I don't think any of us want that. So we'd appreciate you jumping online and applying. Each year, the city sets goals that help us stay on track and ensure we continue to offer the best for Apple Valley. I'd like to share with you some of those goals. A few of them we've already mentioned in our videos and our updates. But as our city has grown, we've observed an increasing need to update, improve, and expand our facilities in order to continue serving the community. The next few goals help us accomplish that. Financial stability is something we should all be proud of. Apple Valley has been able to consistently deliver services at one of the lowest tax burdens in the Twin Cities metro area. This is recognized in part by us holding out one, but two AAA bond ratings, which is indeed very rare. In fact, only 10 of 855 cities in Minnesota currently hold this distinction. Apple Valley is one of them. Top bond ratings are earned based on the strength of the economy and our fiscal management practices. Our goal is to continue to excelling in the area of financial management in order to continue passing on these benefits to our residents. Orchard Place, as you heard, our community development director, Tim Benetti, talk about the redevelopment of Orchard Place into a new mixed business campus. It's been amazing to see all of the new rooftops and the new businesses popping up in what used to be a vast gravel mining operation. If you recall, this isn't the first type of redevelopment that's occurred. Both Apple Valley's Cobblestone Lake area and Fisher Marketplace used to be mining areas as well. Last year, our city newsletter received a new look and feel to be more consistent with our city brand and also to be more readable and accessible. We've gotten lots of positive feedback, and I'm excited to tell you that it doesn't stop there. We're working now on rebranding all of our key communication pieces so we can more effectively connect with all of our community. We're also working to improve our social media presence. More and more of our residents are relying on that as their primary source of information. So if you haven't already, I would encourage you to follow us on social media. And lastly, we're planning a redesign of our website to be even more intuitive and user-friendly. Our plan is to continue improving the way we engage, inform, and educate the community. We also have a smaller ongoing project that to me is kind of fun that I'd like to share. It's always interesting to take a look back at where you started. In the case of Apple Valley, we started out as a farming community known as Lebanon Township in the mid-1800s. Then in 1968, we became the village of Apple Valley, electing our first mayor and council in 1969. Finally, a few short years later, we became the city of Apple Valley. Now we're trying to preserve Apple Valley's history through photos, news articles, and the like. And here's where I have a request for all of you. A lot has changed in Apple Valley's history. A lot of the buildings that were prominent features in the 60s, 70s, and 80s either are gone or look an awful lot different than right now. If you have old photos from before the 2000s that show different places, events, activities that happened in Apple Valley, we invite you to lend them to us for scanning and for our historical archive. We're also interested in any old news clippings, flyers, brochures, from that period as well. Anything that really gives a flavor of the Apple Valley past. If you have something you'd like to submit, please reach out to Charles Graw at charles.graw@applevalleymn.gov up there on the screen. Charles, thank you for taking the time to catalog all of this history for our future residents and generations. A big part of serving our community includes utilizing and maintaining our city facilities. As these years go by and our population grows, we find ourselves needing to improve the facilities. And as you heard, that time has come for our central maintenance and fire stations. Apple Valley's renovated central maintenance facility will include a new vehicle maintenance building for working on equipment, a small front office addition, and storage area for police vehicles. As you can tell, we rely on this facility for a lot of different things, and these upgrades will help us fulfill an array of needs. All three of our fire stations will also be receiving improvements, with Fire Station 2 being fully remodeled. As a result of these improvements, our firefighters will be in an even better position to continue protecting the city, and they'll also be safer as they do it. As we improve facilities to better meet our needs, we're always thinking about sustainability, which is again why we're ensuring these facilities meet the Green Globe certifications for their sustainable features. That concludes the comments for this year's Apple Valley State of the City. I'd like to thank everyone for being here today and being part of today's address. I'd also like to thank the Apple Valley City Council, our partners, and finally our chamber for hosting the event. I'd also like to thank Eve and our video staff at the city for putting all of this together. None of this happens without their work, and they put a lot of work into this. Thank you all for making us look good today. If you'd like to learn more about any of the information I've shared, I encourage you to reach out. We're just a phone call or an email away. And you can also stay updated by visiting our website, checking out social media, checking out our newsletter, and subscribing to email updates. It's a pleasure to share this with you all. We've got a lot in store, and I look forward to being back next year to update you on what else we have ahead. Thank you all.